Hey G fans, GoGFan93 here, and welcome to my very first figure review. Now, just bear with me that this is my very first review, and I'm not used to doing this kind of review style with the figures. Also, take note that this is unscripted, so obviously I might make a few mistakes while saying maybe when the figure was released, or maybe have a little bit of incorrections when I'm talking, but we all know that from my Godzilla movie reviews, right? So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to the first I guess series or brand that I'm going to start out with is the Trendmasters series. Why is because this was the first series that introduced me to Godzilla toys. I was a 90s kid, so Trendmasters was a company that started in 1994 and ended, I believe it was 2002 or 2001, I'm not sure. So yeah, so we're gonna bring out the first figure. You guys know it's kind of on the side here. I kind of got them all lined up here because I'm gonna try and review this in bulk, just so I can get these guys done with, because I want to get to the really good stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna start with this guy. So this is the Godzilla large scale 10-inch figure. So this, I'm reviewing this guy as my first figure basically because he was, at least to my knowledge, my very first figure I've ever had. I've had this guy ever since I believe it was probably maybe 5 years old or 4. I don't really remember when I first started getting these figures, but yeah, so here he is, Godzilla from the Godzilla King of the Monsters toy line, I believe it was, from Trendmaster. So yeah, so we're gonna start out. So I got a little points to review, little cheat sheet over there. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the sculpt of the figure. So pretty much first off, I mean, I'd have to say, when it comes to Trendmaster, the figures they kind of took some liberties in making their own kind of designs on them and stuff like that, so it's not completely movie accurate. But I would have to say, when it comes to Godzilla, they definitely did a good job. You definitely know it's Godzilla. The spikes back here are really well done. The head's really well done. Actually, his head's starting to fall off because when I was little, I played with them a lot. If you guys notice, you're looking close, they have some scratch marks and all that. Most of these Trendmaster figures are going to be incomplete because as a little kid, I pretty much messed them up. But so anyways, yeah, so yeah, the arms are pretty good. They actually have some folding right here that you can see, so it kind of is a little bit trying to mimic the suit, or if they were, I think what they were trying to do is make Godzilla, look like if it was Godzilla, not a guy in a suit like the X Plus figures. But so yeah, the tail looks pretty good. I had to glue this part too. The feet look pretty good. Yeah, at least they're not elephant feet. But look at how much scuffed they are from when I was a kid. This is also a figure that in the 10-inch scale they had a button on the side here which you can make them roar. So I'm going to see if it works. Right here on the side, if you notice here, there's a little button right there that you can turn it on. So I'm going to see if this works. Huh. Yep, so he still works. After all these years, he actually still works. I am amazed at that. That is pretty awesome. So yeah, so as far as I'd say, I would give the sculpt I'm gonna rate this on I'm gonna do on a 5 out of 5 basis, because I like the number 5. It's a very round, it's not round, but I mean it's just a very nice number. So when it comes to sculpt, I'm gonna give this figure, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, just because it's Godzilla and it's pretty faithful to the suit. So, all right, next we're gonna do scale. So scale, like I said, this is this is part of the large figure series from Trendmaster, and it's the 10-inch line. So yeah, I would have a tape measure, but I don't. So yeah, he's pretty. I mean, he has a presence on your shelf. I mean, I definitely like the figure. I like how big it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really know what to compare it to. I mean, it's funny, when I was little, I thought that this guy was actually a really big figure, but then, you know, I got introduced with X Plus, and there were also some Bandai figures that are way bigger than this guy, so he kind of looks small now. But yeah, but you know, he's pretty, you know, for Trendmaster, they are the biggest figures, and they're not too small. So especially there's other figures that are like, you know, really small compared to this guy. So yeah, that's pretty much the scale that I could say. So the scale, I mean, I can't really give a rating because it's just the size of him, but I say the scale is pretty good. I mean, it fits on your shelf, I guess, is what I want to say. So next, paint job. Now, sadly, this guy's not in good condition. So, like, you know, it's not like I just got this guy in a box. I mean, he's been in my life for, well, since I started collecting. But from what I can tell, the paint job, he's definitely this dark green, kind of mucky color. It's not completely charcoal black, which is what we're used to with Godzilla. Trendmasters really made Godzilla a green character, well, like a dark green. They never really gave him the dark. Now, I know that there is actually another figure like this that actually does have a darker tint to it. I don't know if that's from the same, if it's from the same line in Trendmasters or not. But yeah, who knows? So, but yeah, when it comes to the spikes, those are actually really good. Those are very well painted right there. Like I said, they have some, you know, scuffs over here because I've as a kid I just ruined these. But the tail is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, pretty. You know, I mean, looking at him now, I mean, he doesn't look too bad. I mean, the nails are painted a different color. Let's see. Actually, let's look inside of his mouth. That's what inside of his mouth is. See if I can get a good image on that. Rah! Yeah, so he has his tongue actually used to glow when you turned it on, but his tongue is red. The teeth are kind of like this, you know, kind of bone yellow color. I don't know. And his eyes actually, they are also supposed to glow. If any of you guys have this figure, you know that when you turn it on, his mouth and his eyes glow. So there's just, let's get a close up on his eye there. Yeah. So, but yeah, when it comes to color, I mean, it looks really good, especially when, especially if you can find this figure in mint condition. The paint job is really well done. So, I mean, I'd say it fits him. It fits this figure. So, I'd give the paint job a 5 out of 5. All right. So, lastly, articulation. So, okay, so Trendmaster did have some figure, or most of their figures were articulated. So you got some articulation in the head, so that's point 1. So I can't move him too much because his head's going to pop off. But then there's 2 points in articulation over here with the arms, and I wonder if they can go all around. Yep, they can go all around. Let's see this guy. Yep, can go all around. Well, there we go. Cool. His feet, you can kind of articulate. Let's see if he can. I know Rich always likes to make them do the splits. That's as far as he can go with the splits. Yeah, so that you can also make him sit like that. I think is like, I don't know if he can go any further. But what's also interesting, I forgot to mention about the sculpt of just basically the figure in general. The tail is actually a different kind of material than the rest of the body. It's more of like this kind of flexible. It's still plastic. I just don't know what kind of material it is. But the tail, that also rotates. Yep. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas of articulation. So yeah, that's pretty much the articulation side of it. So I would give the articulation a, you know, it's basic. You know what? Screw the numbers. I'm not going to review like that. That's terrible. I hate numbers. I'm just going to say the articulation's good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So, final thoughts on the figure. I love this figure. It's been, you know, I know Trendmasters doesn't have really a good reputation when it comes to like the higher up collectors because either the figures are they don't look good or they're, you know, they're not that I don't know what to say, but I kind of understand that. I mean, some of the figures I look at, I'm like, well, these are pieces of crap. But when it comes to this figure, I say it was really spot on. Also because I'm biased because it is my first figure, so of course I'm going to love it. So, yeah, but there's just a full 360 view of him. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for my first figure review. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, so this is the Godzilla Trendmasters large figure 10-inch figure, I guess. Oh, I'm really bad at these reviews. It'll take me a little bit to, you know, get used to this. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching and stay big, G fans.